was all you, nigga. That was all you. And we can prove it. We can prove it. So now check this out. So Devin Brown stated on the day of the offense, he called the juvenile witness in the morning, which I believe he called Jossie to make sure she took the gun. That's what I believe that phone call was for. I believe that phone call in the morning, that when he made that phone call in the morning to Jossie, it was to make sure that when she left out of that house to go to work, she took the gun with her, but denied any involvement in the offense. Suspect Devin Brown admitted that he was upset over a recent Facebook video that involved complainant Noble. You see that? Now check this out. He admitted that he was upset over the Facebook video, right? So you think if he was upset over the video, you think he didn't tell Jossie, oh, that nigga trying to use you to get to us? If that nigga was upset when he saw that video, you think he didn't tell Jossie, you gonna let this nigga use you? You gonna let him use you to snake us out? That nigga trying to take us out. That nigga trying to get me. He gonna try to work one of us off. Are you crazy? Pay attention. So what you think she did? She helped orchestrate a plan with them niggas to backdoor 3. Pay attention. Pay attention. You know he did that on purpose. He uploaded that video on purpose. Bro, first of all, Jossie even said out of her own mouth. She said out of her own mouth that she felt like Mo3 did that on purpose. Who remember when she said, I didn't want him to upload that video of my son. I actually felt like he did that to start some shit. And he did that on purpose. Who remember when she said that? Who remember when Jossie said she felt like Mo3 did that on purpose to stir up some shit? So you don't think that her baby daddy gonna tell her, hey, my nigga, be careful. Be careful, yo. This nigga trying to set us up through you. He trying to set us up through you. Pay attention. You got to pay attention. So he admitted. Now watch this. So now this on the 20th. So now on the 20th, now watch this. That was on the 19th. Now on the 20th, November 20th, it's 9 days from when Mo3 died. Detective Barnes received the anonymous call. You understand? Pay attention. Now this anonymous call, pay attention. This is 9 days later. This is what I be telling y'all to pay attention. On November 20th, 2020, Detective Barnes received an anonymous call that the picture released by Dallas police on the news resembled that of a person with the social media account, and suspect White had a social media Facebook page, Keywan White. So pay attention, y'all. So who y'all think made that anonymous call? Who y'all think made the anonymous call and snitched on Keywan White? Who was mad? Who would have been mad? Who would have been mad that her nigga just got arrested the day prior? Boom. Somebody said it was Jackie. I was going to say Jossie. I was going to say Jossie. Jossie was mad her house just got raided. Jossie house got raided on the 19th. The police came, kicked the door in to get Devin Brown. They don't want Devin Brown. Devin Brown don't want to look like a snitch. Devin Brown don't want to look like a snitch. So what do? He tell Jossie, hey, make the call. Make the call. If I go down, everybody going down. If I got to go down, everybody got to go down. So 9 days later, they made an anonymous call and said, ooh, that's Keywan. Now, you know and I know you cannot look at that picture and tell who the fuck that is. We can't look at that picture and tell if it's Keywan, AOF Key. We can't look at that picture and tell if it's motherfucking Certez. For all I know, that person chasing him on the highway been 5 different people since we've been doing this case. Since we've been doing this Mo3 case, we said that was Certez. We said it was AO Key. Nobody actually knows who the fuck that nigga is on the highway. Unless you was with the nigga when he put his mask on. So like I said, how the fuck did this person make this anonymous call and know exactly who the fuck that was on the highway unless they was involved in the fucking shit? You understand what I'm telling you? How would this anonymous person make this phone call and be like, ooh, you know, the dude on the highway, that picture you just released, that's Keywan White. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. No. Jossie was upset that her house just got fucking kicked in. Jossie was upset that her baby daddy was going down. She didn't want to be involved. She wanted to motherfucking disassociate herself from the murder of Mo3. She made an anonymous phone call. It was either her or her sister. One of the motherfuckers. It was one of the girls. One of the girls made that phone call. Because ain't no way that somebody looked at that picture and said, ooh, that's Keywan White. Ain't no way, my nigga. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you just look at that picture and say, that's Keywan White. Somebody knew that was Keywan White. Somebody was involved with this shit, knew and said, yeah, that's Keywan White. I just want to give y'all the bug. Pay attention, man. Pay attention. Who you pay attention to is right in the black and white. I love this shit. Man, y'all hit that cash app, man. $ Gangsta Cat, man. Support the motherfucking page, man. Support the motherfucking page. It's 3 in the fucking morning. Support the page. I'm up giving y'all this real shit. Real deal, holy deal. Everybody else gonna steer the narrative. I'm gonna tell you what the fuck going on. I'm gonna give you the black and white. This is why they don't like me, because I speak the motherfucking truth, because I'm gonna tell you what the fuck going on. I know how to read paperwork. I know how to read motherfucking paperwork. My vocabulary on point, nigga. Hooked on phonics for a long time, nigga. I comprehend very well. I know what the fuck going on. These niggas was trying to cover up their ass. Once Devin Brown went to jail, the girls got in cover-up mode. Jossie got in cover-up mode. Because now she thinking she about to go to jail next. That's when she decided to come talk to the police. That's when Jossie decided to come talk to the police, because now she know they done told about the phone calls. They done told about Devin Brown. They just kicked my door in and got Devin Brown. Oh shit. Let me call the police, get this anonymous call, and tell them that Keywan White was involved too. Y'all better pay attention, man. Pay attention. Can't nobody look at that picture and tell you who the fuck that was. Exactly. And nigga said we popping bottles. Yeah, nigga said we popping bottles. Pay attention. I'm telling you, pay attention. These niggas started telling on themselves that night. That night they started telling on themselves. And I could prove it. I can prove it. Like I said, black and white don't look ah. So look at it. So check this out. So on November 20th, 2020, Detectives Barnes received an anonymous call. And the person that called them said the picture that you showed the world, that's Keywan White. That's Keywan. So Detective Barnes went to the Facebook page, went to the other page, and it says Detective Barnes believed that Keywan Wright resembled the build and physical stature of the suspect in the offense of the surveillance video. You understand what that means? This is what y'all understand. Do you understand what that means? Detective Barnes believed. So that means he don't know for sure. Detective Barnes don't know for sure if that's Keywan White in that picture. You understand what I'm telling y'all? So if the detective can only tell you he believed, he don't even know for sure, he just believed that that's Keywan White, then that anonymous caller gotta be somebody that know for a fact that that's Keywan White, that had to be down with the play. That's why I'm telling y'all, pay attention. That person had to be down with the play. Now, 5 days later, now pay attention, 5 days later, on November 25th, now this is 5 days later after they got the anonymous tip. On November 25th, 2020, Detective Anderson received another anonymous call. Y'all paying attention, right? Y'all paying attention. So now we got 2 anonymous calls. We got one on the 20th. We got one on the 25th. This is the second anonymous call. Who the fuck do y'all think is making these anonymous calls, nigga? Who the fuck do you think is making these anonymous calls? You know we could FOIA request that, right? Y'all know we could FOIA request these phone calls. All these phone calls are recorded. We can FOIA request the phone calls and we can hear the voice. I guarantee you, if we FOIA request these phone calls that was made to Detective Anderson, if we FOIA request Dallas PD and say, hey, we want them phone calls, I guarantee you, my nigga, I guarantee you it be Jossy's voice. I guarantee you it be Jossy's voice, my nigga. All you gotta do is pay attention. He said, I'm giving him a Columbo vibes. Hey, when I get into this shit, I get into it, bro. That's why niggas fuck with me, because they know I'll be into this shit. They know that when I dig into paperwork, oh, my nigga, I'm going to dig into it. When I dig into the paperwork, I'm going to go, my nigga. And I'm just going to ask the real deal questions, my nigga. Let's be honest. 2 phone calls, 2 anonymous phone calls in a span of 5 days. Why you think it took 5 days? Why you think it took 5 days? What was Devin in the hole? Was Devin going through processing? Remember, Devin got locked up on the 19th. Devin got locked up on the 19th. The first anonymous phone call came a day later on the 20th. Pay attention to the pattern. I ain't no dummy. I ain't no fool. The police didn't start getting anonymous phone calls until Devin got locked up. Pay attention. I ain't no dummy. I ain't no fucking dummy. Y'all got to pay attention. This is how I know that Jossy was involved in Mo 3 killing. Y'all better pay attention. This is how I know. This is exactly how I know that this girl was involved in Mo 3 fucking killing, man. This is how I know. Pay your fucking attention. All you got to do is read between the lines, dog. It's right here in your face. Right here in your face. Your house get kicked in. They take your baby daddy on the 19th. They receive an anonymous call on the 20th. Bitch, you trying to help your baby daddy. Bitch, you trying to help your baby daddy. He get locked up and you start trying to help the nigga. Wait. Who remember the phone call? First of all, who remember when Devin Brown did a phone call, and he said he wasn't gonna be the only one to go down. Who remember that? Who remember when Devin did the interview? Devin Brown did an interview and he said he wasn't gonna be if he wasn't gonna be the only one to go down. Y'all don't remember that? Who remember that? Pay attention. So Devin Brown get locked up on the 19th at Jossie House. At Jossie House. So you still sleeping with the nigga, but you claim you fuck with Mo3 at the time. Get the fuck out of here. Come on, man. You didn't fuck with Mo3. You didn't like Mo3. That was a setup, man. Because ain't no way you still sleeping with this nigga a week after Mo3 died and you fuck with Mo3. and you knew he was blowing the phone up the day prior and the day of. Come on, man. Y'all better pay attention, man. Pay attention, man. That's what I be saying, man. Pay attention. The only reason she ain't in jail right now is because the police need her. The only reason she ain't charged with conspiracy for murder for hire is because the police need her as a witness. The only reason she ain't locked up in fucking solitary, in the crazy home going crazy and pulling her hair out is because she's willing to tell on her baby daddy. I'm telling y'all, man, I can't tell y'all the truth. So check this. On November 25th, 5 days later, Detective Anderson received another anonymous call that suspect Keywan White was the person that committed this offense. You understand that? Y'all see what happened on the 25th? On the 25th, my nigga Detective Anderson received another anonymous call. Now, who you think gave that a second anonymous call? Somebody who had to know for sure. And guess what? It took 5 days. It took 5 days for this anonymous call to come. You want to know why it took 5 days? Because it took 5 days. It took 5 days for Devin Brown to talk to Jossie. And him and Jossie be on the phone, cupcaking. And Jossie to get that nigga to think about your kid. Fuck these niggas. Think about Lil Duke. Think about Lil Duke. Fuck these niggas. These niggas don't give a fuck about you. It took that nigga 5 days. Five days. I'm going to do that next. That's the next one I'm going to do. I'm going to break down the GRC shit. I'm going to do that next. I appreciate that. That's a good idea. I'm going to do that one next, the GRC. I'm going to do a whole motherfucking series on GRC. Now that I think about it, I'm going to do a whole series on the GRC. So check this out. So peep the pattern, y'all. This is why I say peep the pattern. Devin gets locked up on the 19th. The first anonymous call come in on the 20th. The second anonymous call come in on the 25th. It took Jossie 5 days to get the info. It took Jossie 5 days for them to come up with a plan. It took Jossie and them 5 days to figure out how they was going to deny that it wasn't her on the phone, it was her son. It took her 7 days, 8 days to get his information to police. So on the 8th day, what the 25th, take that away from 11. So on the 14th day, this is 14 days now since Mo3 died. Mo3 died on the 11th. This is the 25th. So it's been 2 weeks, literally 2 weeks since Mo3 died. You understand? 2 weeks since Mo3 died. And so on November 25th, you get another anonymous call that suspect Keywan White was the person that committed this offense. Now, mind you, the only way you know that it's Keywan White is if you were there. You either had to be there, you had to be a part of the crime, you had to be either around the nigga before he did it. You understand what that? Or Devin Brown had to tell Jossie who the other person was. Pay attention, because Devin Brown got arrested first. Devin Brown got arrested first. So if this person that's giving this anonymous call have to actually have direct knowledge that Keywan White was the one on the highway. Ain't no, I believe, I think it's Keywan White. You have to have direct knowledge, my nigga. So that means you were involved with the crime. So basically, Devin Brown, in the midst of being locked up from the 19th to the 25th, he said Armani and Jackie both immediately told, yeah, but they didn't do it anonymously. Pay attention though. They didn't do it anonymously. Armani got interviewed. She didn't do it anonymously. This person did it anonymously. You understand what I'm telling you? This person made an anonymous call. I'm pretty sure Jackie didn't do it anonymously. She wanted the world to know. I'm pretty sure Armani, she didn't do it anonymously. Armani went in there and told, because she made the plates. She made the plates for the car. So she had to go tell what she did. She didn't do it anonymously. The person that made this phone call made it anonymously. They didn't want you to know who the fuck they was. You understand? So if it was Jackie that made the phone call, why would she make an anonymous phone call, didn't get on the internet and tell the world? Whoever this person that made this anonymous phone call ain't going to get on the internet and tell the world, oh, I was the one who made the anonymous phone call. No, this was Jossie. The anonymous phone calls was being made by Jossie. Why? Because Jossie was playing cover up. Jossie was trying to help out Devin, her baby daddy. Pay attention. Pay attention. What's good, Miss Lady? You already know. You already know. What's good in the hood? You know how we do. We breaking this shit down. I'm trying to let niggas know how I know and how I figured out. Jossie was in on this shit. 100%. 100 motherfucking percent. Jossie was in on the crime 100%. And I got the proof to prove it. I got all the proof. Paperwork don't lie. So she made the anonymous call on the 25th. On the 25th, they received another anonymous call that the suspect Keywan White was the person that committed the offense. This information was obtained after the Dallas Police Department had released a still image of the offense to the public. Come on, man. We all saw that picture. We all saw that picture. That nobody could look at that picture and tell that that's Keywan. This witness had inside knowledge on suspect Devin Brown, who made phone calls and knowledge that surveillance was conducted on Complaint Noble the night prior. You understand that? You hear what that? You see what this say, right? Let me zoom this in for y'all so y'all can pay attention. Pay attention. This on November 25th, my nigga. This November 25th, my nigga, pay attention. On November 25th, Detective Anderson received anonymous calls that suspect Keywan White was the person that committed the offense. This information was obtained after Dallas Police Department had released a still image of the public. This witness had inside knowledge on suspect Devin Brown, who made phone calls acknowledged that the surveillance was conducted on complainant Noble the night prior of the offense. Nigga, that was Jossie. Nigga, that was Jossie. Nigga, that was Jossie playing motherfucking cover up. You better pay attention. You better pay attention, nigga. That was Jossie playing cover up, nigga. That's when she made a phone call. Now she coming in. Y'all better pay attention. You better pay attention, my nigga. She the one that knew that. How the fuck would you know that somebody was blowing up the phone? How would that person know that? That had to be Jossie, nigga. Bro, Jackie did not call anonymously. Jackie would not have known about the phone calls that night. Jackie was not at the house that night. Jackie was not at the house. She wouldn't have known about the phone calls and all that shit that night. And Jackie wouldn't have called anonymously. She just on here trying to get clout. She trying to take it away from her sister. That was not Jackie. I'm not no dummy. She just trying to say it's her because the black and white tell everything. She just trying to make it look like it was her because the black and white tell everything, nigga. It was not Jackie. Don't fall for the bullshit. Jackie is not a witness on the fucking case. If Jackie called them motherfuckers and gave up information, she'd be a witness on the motherfucking case. It was not Jackie. Don't let her come to the internet with that bullshit. It was Jossie. Jossie was the one who gave him the information. Jossie was the one who knew that Devin Brown was blowing up the phone. Jossie was the one who put them niggas on. Pay attention. Jossie was the one who knew it was orchestrated. She was the one who helped them. She got cold feet, nigga. She got scared. She had no other choice but to tell. She didn't want to get implicated. She had to turn state. It's right here in black and white. It's right here in black and white. On November 25th, 2020. This is only 14 days after the fucking murder, my nigga. 14 days after the murder. And this person is telling everything. Detective Anderson received an anonymous call. Anonymous call that suspect Keywan White was the person that committed the offense. This information was obtained after Dallas Police Department had released a still image of the offense to the public. The witness had inside knowledge. You understand what that means? Inside knowledge. Inside knowledge. Do you know what that means? Inside knowledge? That means you was there. You was part of the crime, nigga. Fuck out of here. I'm not no dummy. Inside knowledge. Man, I hate that bitch. Mo3 would still be alive if it wasn't for that bitch, man. Mo3 would still be alive if it wasn't for her, man. I swear to God, bro. Mo3 would still be alive, bro. Mo3 would still be alive, bro. It's always a female, bro, that helped these niggas, bro. It's always a female that helped these niggas, man. Always a female. Mo3 would still be alive if it wasn't for this girl. You hear what my nigga, do you hear what they said, man? Inside knowledge. Anonymous callers don't have inside knowledge, y'all. For you to have inside knowledge, my nigga, that means you was part of the crime. Do y'all not understand that? You don't get this type of information that they're giving the police. This anonymous caller is giving the police if you wasn't part of the crime. Man, I'm telling you, Queen, I'm trying to tell them. They don't understand what I'm telling them. You don't just call anonymous to the police department and give this type of information. Nigga, you was part of the setup. You understand what I'm telling you? You was part of the setup. You helped put this shit together. I ain't no fucking dummy. I ain't no dummy. And we know who that was. That was the same one receiving phone calls prior and after. Come on, man. You want me to believe that Devin was calling your son the day before on the 10th and the 11th? Come on, man. That 4-year-old child did not play a part in setting up Mo3. It was you. It was you. I guarantee you that the phone calls that was made to Jossie on the 10th was while she was at the store. How much you want to bet? I guarantee you that if you look at the call logs on the 10th that were made from Devin Brown to Jossie phone, it was when she went to go buy them nachos. I guarantee you. I guarantee you it was when she went to go buy them nachos. I guarantee you while she was going to buy them nachos, she was on the phone with Devin. While Mo3 was knocked out, she was on the phone with Devin. Pay attention. When she called Devin that morning, when Devin called that morning, come on, man. Why you think he called that morning? To make sure she disarmed him. That was the only reason he called her that morning. Think about it. If we got the drop that night, if we already talked that night, we already know he in the crib, why the fuck do we need to call in the morning? Why the fuck do we need to call in the morning, y'all? Only reason they called her in the morning was to make sure she took that gun when she left the house. When he woke up, she didn't have no gun. And guess what? She went to work and left that nigga in the crib. Jossie left and went to work before Mo3 was even gone. Ask Jossie what time she had to go to work that day. Mo3 died at 11:30. Mo3 left her house like 11 o'clock. Ask Jossie what time did she go to work on the motherfucking November 11th. It was before 11. It was before 10. She left the house way before Mo3 did. Y'all better pay attention. Y'all better pay attention. And what did Devin do? He called her that morning to make sure she took the gun. That bitch better hope it don't be no trial. That trial is gonna expose you, Jossie. I'm telling you right now, Jossie. You better hope these niggas don't go to trial because the trial gonna expose you. Jossie about to get exposed. If this shit go to trial, Jossie, you getting exposed. You see? First she said she was at work. Then she said she was at the park. No, she said she was at the work. When I first heard her say her story, she said she was at work and started getting phone calls and found out from phone calls. She got a phone call from somebody told her Mo3 got killed. Pay attention. That's what she said. And I heard it out her motherfucking mouth. She said she was at work, and while she was at work, she got a phone call, and somebody told her Mo3 was dead. She said her phone was blowing up with phone calls. Pay attention. So now if she's saying she was at the park, so if she was at the park, then what the fuck that mean? So she got the phone call from Jackie. So she got the phone call from Jackie. The same person that was asking, do anybody want to make $10,000? Ain't that the same person the day Mo3 died that morning that asked on Facebook, do anybody want to make $10,000? That Jackie? Come on, man. That Jackie? They don't want to know the truth. They don't want to know the truth. Y'all better pay attention. Pay your fucking attention, y'all. I'm giving y'all the real deal, Holyfield. Whoever this person was that gave this inside information know a lot about the fucking crime, right? So check this out. So we're going to read this again. On November 25th, 2020, Detective Anderson received an anonymous call that suspect Keiwan White was the person that committed this offense. The information was obtained after Dallas Police Department had released a still image of the offense to the public. The witness had inside information, inside knowledge on suspect Devin Brown. You understand? This person had inside knowledge on suspect Devin Brown, who made phone calls and knowledge that surveillance was conducted on complainant Noble the night prior. Now, let me ask you something. How would this person have inside knowledge that surveillance was conducted on Mo3? Answer that question, y'all. How would this person know that they had surveillance and they was surveillance in Mo3 if they wasn't part of the crime? Pay attention. Pay attention, y'all. How would this anonymous caller know that they had surveillance on Mo3, my nigga? Keiwan White ain't tell on himself. Devin Brown is Devin Brown locked up right now. Oh shit. Y'all better pay attention. The bitch started feeling guilty. She started getting cold feet. She started getting scared. Y'all better pay attention. She was scared for her life. She started telling everything through anonymous calls. Oh my God. She started telling everything through anonymous calls, my nigga. Y'all better pay attention. It's right in your face. It's right in your face. The person, bro, they telling you who snitched on Devin. They telling you who snitched, bro. This person had inside knowledge on Devin Brown. Who would have this inside knowledge on Devin Brown? Jossie. Who would know that they was doing surveillance that night? Jossie. How would you know that, Jossie? Because you was talking to him on the phone the day prior, and the day Mo3 died. Didn't Jossie and Jackie say that they was gonna come in that house that night? Didn't Jossie say out her own mouth that they was gonna come in that house and kill Mo3 that night? They was trying to come in the house and kill Mo3 that night. Didn't Jossie say that? Y'all better pay attention. And guess what? I was the one who told the internet about the surveillance. Nobody knew that before me. I was the one who told the world that on Ratchet Page. I was the one who told the world that Devin Brown was outside that house that whole night. Go back and watch that Ratchet live when I was the one that broke that bitch down. That shit was years ago, 2020. She knew the whole time, my nigga. She knew the whole time. Y'all better stop believing these females, man. That female knew. Ain't nothing no 4-year-old kid doing that the mother don't know, my nigga. Don't play with me. Nigga, your apartment ain't that big. Her apartment ain't that big that she don't hear that phone ringing. Stop playing with me. That apartment ain't that big that she ain't hear that phone ringing. That's crazy, my nigga. The back door with the back door. How you gonna hit a nigga with the back door to another back door? This bitch went through one back door to get to another back door. You's a dirty girl, bro. I'm telling you, if you ain't never saw the movie Dirty Game, go watch the movie Dirty Game. That's exactly what Jossie did to Mo3. It's a movie called Dirty Game with about three females. They did the same thing that happened to Mo3. That's what that movie about. That's what Jossie did to this nigga. Go watch it. Watch the movie Dirty Game. I guess after you watch that movie, you're going to look at Jossie totally different. I ain't no dummy. I ain't no fucking. This person that made the anonymous phone call got a lot of inside information on Devin. They didn't call and say Keywan White was sitting outside. Pay attention, y'all. They didn't call and say Keywan White was sitting outside all night. They didn't call and say Keywan White was stalking Mo3. They said Devin. Let me see. The rest of it. Oh, yeah, let me see. Says, so the witness had inside knowledge on the suspect, Devin Brown, who made phone calls, acknowledged that the surveillance was conducted on complainant Noble the night prior of the offense. The witness stated that the suspect White just released on a recent arrest from jail in Mount Pleasant, Texas. The witness stated that she heard suspect White admit that he shot complainant Noble while talking to her boyfriend. The witness stated that her boyfriend recognized suspect White when they saw the images released on the news. The witness provided suspect White Instagram account. Okay, I got it. So the call, okay, bang. So this second anonymous call, so the first anonymous call on the 20th was Jossie. The first one on the 20th was Jossie. The one on the 25th, this is Yellow Beezy baby mother. This one right here, this Yellow Beezy baby mother. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Which one of them girls? Which one of them girls got a baby by Bodega in Mo3? Which one was it that they said Bodega was fucking got a baby by Mo3? Which one got a baby by Bodega in Mo3? Who was the one that got a baby by Bodega? That's got to be her. Okay, then that's got to be her. That's got to be her. Who Whoever the one that got the baby by Bodega, that's who made this call. That's the only one Keywan would have been talking to. Pay attention. She overheard Keywan talking to her baby daddy about the murder. The only person that could have been is Bodega. You understand that? The only person. That's why I say, pay attention. On November 2025, Detective Andrew received an anonymous call that the suspect, Keywan White, was the person committed the offense. This information was obtained after Dallas determined The witness had inside knowledge that suspect Devin Brown, who made the phone calls, and knowledge of the surveillance. Exactly. It had to be Bodega. It had to be Bodega, because how would that person know about the surveillance? Y'all understand that? It had to be Bodega. Whoever the girl that's with Bodega, how would they know about the surveillance? So that means she was really eavesdropping. Boy, Ashley was eavesdropping like a motherfucker. If it was Ashley, that means she was eavesdropping like a motherfucker to see if they killed her baby daddy. And that nigga was talking on the phone that fast. You see that shit? You see how these niggas is stupid? These niggas was talking on the phone that fast, y'all. He just died on the 11th. In 2 weeks, this nigga on the phone talking over the phone. These niggas don't even know how to shut the fuck up. They don't even know how to shut up, y'all. That's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. Yeah, so Ashley made this call. So Ashley made the call on November 25th. Yeah, Ashley made that anonymous call. That had to be Ashley Marie. Ashley Marie made that call. Mm-hmm. It could only be two people. It's either Ashley Marie or it's Yellow Beezy baby mother. Them the only two people it could be. It's either Ashley, because she was fucking with Bodega, and Bodega was either had a conversation with Keywan after the murder, or it's Yellow Beezy baby mother, and she heard Yellow Beezy talking to somebody about the murder. Now, she said, talking to her boyfriend, she heard him admit that he killed Mo3. You see what I'm saying? Admit that he killed Mo3. So it was somebody who wasn't there. We know Yellow Beezy wasn't on that highway. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's Yellow Beezy baby mother, y'all. I would not be surprised. Because remember, Yellow Beezy baby mother and them broke up. Remember I told y'all in the beginning, Yellow Beezy baby mother and them, they broke up in the beginning. And I remember I kept saying it's kind of weird that you and your nigga break up and he being accused of murder. Everybody in the world saying you got Mo3 killed, and you break up with your nigga in a time where he needs you the most. Then they burned up her shop. Exactly. Then they burned up her shop. I think this is why her shop got burned up. I think this is why her shop got burned up. I think this is why the shop got burned up. I really think so, y'all. She was the one who made that call. Yellow Beezy baby mother, allegedly, I believe, was the one who made that call. She was the one who overheard Yellow Beezy talking on the phone. You understand? She was the one. She was the one who heard that shit. He says somebody in the apartment would know about the surveillance. Yeah, they do know. Somebody in the apartment, they got a video camera. They got a video camera of somebody in the apartments who had a video camera. I think it was Jossie, next door neighbor. They caught surveillance of Kiwan on camera. So they got that video. But the person in the apartments, not the one that made this anonymous call. See, yeah, the person in the apartments have the video. They got video, but they not the one that made this call, because the person that made this call clearly say they overheard Kiwan talking on the phone to their boyfriend. So we know it got to be Yellow Beezy baby mother. Got to be Yellow Beezy baby mother, because Kiwan was on the phone with her boyfriend. So now, what was he trying to do? Get the rest of his money? Was he trying to collect the rest of his money? I did my job. I need the rest of my money. What it do? What it do? You already know. What's good in the hood? Hey, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Shit, whatever. I'm just trying to figure out who was involved. What that nigga did to get him in the situation, shit, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't give a fuck what he did to get in the situation. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just trying to see who was involved. I'm just trying to put the pieces together. I'm just trying to put the pieces together, my nigga. Real talk. So we know, so now we established that had to be two people. But it's either Ashley or Yellow Beezy baby mother. Now check this out. So on Thursday, November 26th, Mount Pleasant police confirmed that suspect White was arrested on November 23rd. On November 23rd for unrelated charges. So now they looking for White. Pay attention. So now they looking for White. Now they looking for Kiwan, because they getting all these anonymous tips. They getting all these anonymous calls from people that actually know what the fuck happened. From people that actually obviously know what happened, because they were involved with the crime. The people that sending these anonymous tips, they actually was involved with the crime. They not people that don't know what's going on. You don't send anonymous tips and give accurate information, my nigga, unless you involved with the crime. Hey, my nigga, these niggas was standing outside the house at 2 o'clock, from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. And then at 3:15, they walked around the back of the building, and then they looked at the top of the window to see if the lights was on still. And then she was supposed to blink the light 3 times. And when we saw her light blink 3 times, then that let us know it was time to come in. Pay attention. You don't give up this type of information unless you know what the fuck was going on. We don't know yet. I don't know. That's another thing we got to see. Did he have them clothes on the whole night? Because if you was staking out the house the day before, if you was outside the day before, more than likely they're gonna have you on camera with the same clothes. Exactly. You're gonna be on camera with the same clothes that you had on, that you did in the drill. Pay attention, y'all. If the neighbor gave the police the camera showing Kiwan at the apartments, Kiwan White, I'm pretty sure the nigga had on the same fucking clothes running down the highway. I'm 100% sure he wasn't smart enough to change his shirt. Why? Because he didn't even know he was on camera. He didn't even know that the neighbor, that Jossie neighbor had a camera. So I'm pretty sure he had the same clothes on. Shit, he wasn't even smart enough to take his phone out of his pocket. The nigga was running down the highway with his phone in his pocket. Come on. The nigga did a drill with his phone in his pocket, running down the highway. He chased Mo 3 down with his phone in his pocket. Pay attention. Oh, shit. It's crazy. So on Friday, November 27th, 2020, the detectives learned that suspect White was on bond for a previous Lancaster police arrest at you know what I'm saying? Suspect White provided bond associates with contact phone number on November 11th. Oh, guess what he did? Guess what White did? Suspect White provided bond associates with a contact phone number on November 11th. I guarantee you that phone number he gave the bond office was the same number that got him on the highway. So guess what? Keywan him and his lawyer gotta say that the number we gave the bonds people wasn't our phone number. He gotta say that wasn't my phone number. Because that's what they building their case off. They building the case off of the phone number. You mean to tell me you niggas is going off a phone number that he gave the bondsman? Oh my God. If I'm Keywan's lawyer, I'm eating that motherfucker up. You mean to tell me that you niggas is going off a motherfucking person telling you, oh, he gave this phone number to the bonds person. Man, I know a lot of niggas that give the bondsman the wrong number. I know a lot of people that give a bondsman they homie number, they mama number, they cousin. Oh my God. These motherfuckers stupid. Why would they do that? I hope they not just going off an anonymous tip and a fucking phone number. Because his defense lawyer could say, we didn't have that number. His defense lawyer could say that was somebody else's number. They're going to really have to prove that number belonged to Keywan. How the fuck you going to really be able to prove that? I don't like that. I don't like the way that's sit. I don't like the way that's sit right there, yeah. It's too much reasonable doubt now. You can't really see his face through the picture. It's not like you could really see his face. You don't have a murder weapon. And you telling me that you're connecting dots over anonymous calls and a motherfucking phone number? Anonymous calls and a phone number? We got a problem. Houston, we got a problem, y'all. We're going to have a problem in this case. I'm going to tell y'all right now, we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem. Unless Devin and these niggas are snitching on Keywan, yeah, somebody getting set up. Somebody has to be, unless these niggas are snitching on Keywan, Houston, we got a problem. It's too many holes. It's too many holes. You can't, you telling me, my nigga, a number? It's almost like they was setting them up before the setup. I'm gonna keep it real. It's almost like they were setting them up before the setup. So check this out. So suspect White provided bond associates with the contact number on November 11th, the same day Mo3 died, right? November 11, 2020, same day Mo3 died. On Saturday, 2020, a search warrant was obtained for suspect White's cell phone records for the number he provided. Pay attention. So now they going off the number that he provided to the bond office, because he provided the bond office a number that he don't mainly use, right? So this is not his main line. Detective Anderson's obtained cellular phone location data records from suspect White that showed to be in the vicinity of witness Jackson's apartment. Pay attention. If I'm the defense lawyer, first thing I'm saying, how can you prove that that's my phone? Fuck the number. I could have gave them any number. If I'm the defense lawyer, the first thing I'm saying is, I gave them any number. How can you prove that's my number? How can you, he gave them a wrong number. How can you prove that that's my client's number? You building your case off a fucking phone number is crazy. Oh my God, that's crazy, dog. Off a phone number. So Detective Anderson obtained cellular phone location data records for suspect White that showed to be in the vicinity of witness Jackson's apartment the night before in the morning of the offense. Right? So the GPS of that phone number is saying he was there the night before and in the morning. Okay? Now remember, we saw earlier in the paperwork that Devin Brown contacted juvenile phone in the morning, right? So we already know that they know Mo3 there that night. Why would they have to contact the juvenile phone in the morning? Make it make sense. They stayed out there all night, my nigga. They was out there all night. They already knew Mo3 was there. Why would they need to contact the phone in the morning? Make it make sense. Remember, she left the house before Mo3 did. She left the house. Jossie left that house before Mo3 did. So why would they need to call you in the morning if they already know he there? That was to make sure you had the gun. That was to make sure you took the gun when you left. You took the gun, right? I'm not no dummy, y'all. I'm far from a dummy. That's the only reason why they didn't go in there and kill Mo3 that night, because Mo3 had his gun on him. The only reason they didn't go in there and kill him and do what they wanted to do, because it would have been a gunfight in the house. It would have been a shootout in the house, and it was kids in the house. He had a gun in the house. But when she gave him that melatonin, when she allegedly gave him that melatonin and put it in them nachos and put that nigga to sleep, oh, by the morning time, when she left, he was knocked out. She picked that gun up and walked right the fuck out the house, put it in her purse, walked right the fuck out. Mo3 woke up, no gun, and she wasn't answering the motherfucking phone. You better pay attention. And guess what? Guess what, y'all? I put any amount of money. If you see her phone records, I guarantee you, if she show her phone records from November 11th, the day Mo3 died, I guarantee you she was receiving phone calls from Mo3 that morning and from Devin around the same time. I guarantee you, when Mo 3 woke up and saw his gun was gone and she was gone out the house, first thing he did was call her phone. How much you want to bet? How much you motherfucking want to bet? First thing Mo 3 did was call her phone. She didn't pick up. I bet you she picked up for Devin though. I bet you she picked up for Devin when Devin called. Pay attention. She said, yeah, I got the gun. Y'all better pay attention. Y'all better pay attention. That's why Keywan was so adamant and knew it wasn't no gun in that car. That's why Keywan knew it wasn't no gun in that car. That's why Keywan was acting the way he was acting. That's why Keywan, man, remember what Keywan said? You better check your circle. You heard what Keywan said? You better check your circle. It's always your circle. It's always the niggas around you that set you up. Come on, man. I don't know why niggas don't understand. Man, them niggas ain't get away with nothing. This shit was too easy. This shit too easy, bro. The sad thing about it is, my nigga, is that they sat out that motherfucking house all night and Jossie knew they was out there. That's the sad thing. Imagine sitting in a bitch crib trying to fuck, chilling with her, and she know niggas is outside waiting to kill you. She knew them niggas was sitting out there that whole fucking night. She knew they was sitting there, dog. That's the fucked up thing about it. This shit crazy. See, I don't know about that because I don't know. Ain't nobody seen the camera yet. Yeah, I don't know about that because, you know, since it's an open case, they're not showing that video. Being that this is an open case, ain't nobody see that. Ain't nobody see that surveillance, that video. When the police came and took that from that lady, ain't nobody see that, man. Hey, yeah, ain't nobody see that. Now, what we are gonna see, we're gonna see Keywan, we're gonna see Devin. But guess what? We gonna see Ashley leaving the house. I guarantee you, Ashley on video leaving the house multiple times, going outside. While Mo 3 was in the house, I believe she was outside talking to Devin while he was asleep. I believe while Mo 3 was asleep, she was going back and forth outside talking to Devin. I'm telling you. This is a fucked up situation, bro. She literally could have saved this nigga, man. That's why I tell you, be careful, bro. I can't even believe she was did that shit, bro. She really could have saved this nigga. She could have saved him. She knew the nigga was outside. I don't know. I didn't see that. I gotta see. I don't know about that video. She knew. This shit crazy. So let's read this again. Detective Anderson obtained cellular phone location records for suspect White that showed to be in the vicinity of witness Jackson apartment the night of in the morning of the offense where the deceased complainant stayed. The data obtained was plotted The data obtained was plotted, which traveled the same path of complainant Noble's cellular phone records and placed him near the crime scene where complainant Noble was shot. Now check this out. Verbiage is everything. Verbiage is everything. You hear how they said placed him near the crime scene? Placed him near the crime scene? You know what that means? You know what that means? Keywan wasn't the one who shot Mo 3. I told y'all. Keywan wasn't the one who shot Mo 3. Somebody else was back there, shot Mo 3. Pay attention to what it say. Verbiage is everything. Comprehension is everything. I'm going to read this again. Pay attention. It's telling you. Pay attention. White that showed to be in the vicinity of witness Jackson's apartment the night before in the morning of the offense, where the deceased complainant stayed. The data obtained was plotted, which traveled the same path as complainant Noble cellular phone records and placed him near the crime scene where complainant Noble was shot. Placed him near. You understand that? Yeah, placed him near the crime scene. That means he wasn't the one who shot Mo 3. Or it would say placed him at the crime scene where Noble was shot. This is crazy, y'all. So Keywan White wasn't the one who shot Mo 3 like everybody said. That they fuck around. Somebody led him into that bullet. Pay attention. Pay attention. Phone records from suspect Devin Brown's phone were received and plotted, and a comparison of those phone records confirmed numerous calls between suspect Devin Brown and suspect White the day prior and the day of the offense. So they was communicating the day before and the day of the offense. They going back and forth talking. There appeared to be active phone call communication that occurred between suspect White and suspect Brown while complainant Noble was followed after he left witness Jossie apartment. So pay attention. These niggas in two different cars. So these niggas in two different cars. Pay attention. I told you. They in two different cars. So that's two cars that we know is outside the apartment waiting for Mo 3. I told you, it was multiple cars outside that apartment waiting for Mo 3 to leave that morning. Multiple cars. Many, like 6 or 7 cars out there. So we know that Devin was in a different car and we know Keywan was in a different car. Why? Why do we know that? Because they was on the phone talking to each other and they both was driving at the same time in the same direction, following Mo 3. See, on video, we only see the Camaro. We only worried about the Camaro. Y'all ain't nobody worried about Devin. Devin is on that highway too. Devin is on that highway too, y'all. What you think Devin doing on that highway? What y'all think Devin is doing on the highway while Keywan is on the highway? What you think them other cars is doing, y'all? I told you, man. I've been told you what they was doing. He said, I don't think Keywan was outside, maybe not even on 35, because if he's guilty, he would, you need to send the PI lady Jackie said she gave Keywan up, then Bushy wife. I don't understand what the boy ain't do that. All these people pointing the fingers because it was the plan for him to go down. You think they setting him up? So you think the plan was to set him up and make it look like he was the fall guy? So you think somebody had his phone? Man, if I was him, I would have been said I gave my phone to somebody. That wasn't me. All he got to do is say he sold that phone. If I was him, I'd have been saying I lost that phone. That wasn't my phone. I wasn't out there. If I was him, I get on the stand and be like, I lost that phone weeks prior to that. That was like, I don't know who found that phone, but somebody found that phone. It wasn't me. I ain't had that phone. He better disconnect himself from the phone. He got to disconnect himself from the phone, man. They using the phone. They using the phone to tie him to the murder. This is crazy. So these niggas was actively on the phone communicating between suspect White and suspect Brown, while complainant Noble was followed after he. So while he being followed, these niggas is on the phone talking like, "Yo, my nigga, he just made a left. Hey, where you go now? He just made a right. Hey, nigga, he just made another left. Go catch him over there. He just made a right." On December 9th, 2022, suspect White was arrested by the task force. Jay Howard, Nelson. Suspect White was interviewed at Dallas Police Headquarters. Suspect White waived his rights and gave a voluntary statement. Ooh, y'all see that? Y'all see that? Keywan White is a snitch. Keywan White is a snitch. Y'all heard it here first. Keywan White is a snitch. He waived his rights and gave a voluntary statement in a murder case. Keywan White is a snitch. Y'all better, man, I'm telling you, nigga, y'all better. It's in black and white. It's in black and white. Keywan White is a snitch. It's right here in black and white. Keywan White is a snitch. Y'all don't like the truth. Keywan White is a motherfucking snitch, and it's in black and white. He waived his rights and gave a voluntary statement to the police in a murder case. Y'all better pay attention. Y'all better pay attention. I ain't got to read nothing. It don't matter. You ain't supposed to never talk to the police. You ain't never supposed to talk to the police. You ain't never supposed to give them a statement. We ain't supposed to talk. We ain't got nothing to say. Look, it says suspect White waived his rights and gave a voluntary statement. Suspect White admitted that the phone number that was compared to his phone records might be his phone number, but he could not remember his numbers. The suspect White was asked about suspect Devin Brown. Suspect White denied that he knew him and had any association with him at all. Suspect Devin Brown and suspect White are currently in a federal Yeah, he shouldn't have said shit. He shouldn't have said nothing. He should have said, I want a lawyer. Well, he didn't snitch. I give you that. He didn't snitch. He didn't give him no information. But my nigga, you ain't supposed to waive your rights and talk to nobody. He ain't supposed to talk to nobody. Yeah, that phone ain't shit, dog. If all they got is that phone, they in trouble, dog. My nigga said, smart thinking, whoa, if that's exactly what they had, and that's there, can complete pin you down, that phone could have been in the car, but not with Keywan. Exactly. That phone could have been in the car, left in the car. That, bro, you know how much reasonable doubt and holes you could put in this shit, man? You know how much reasonable doubt and holes you could put in this shit, dog? You know how much reasonable doubt and holes you could put in this shit? My nigga, hey, if I was his lawyer, that's what I would be saying. If I was his defense lawyer, I would be saying my client is being framed. I'm just saying, it's a lot of holes in his case if Devin don't snitch. Now, if Devin is snitching, he fucked. Because guess what? Devin can corroborate the story. So if Devin is snitching, he fucked. Ain't nothing you can do about it. I'm gonna let you know that right now. If Devin's snitching, he fucked. Because then Devin can corroborate that it was him. Devin gonna say that he was with him. You know what I'm saying? Devin gonna do that so he could get less time. He gonna try to get less time. But if Devin shut the fuck up, if Devin don't say nothing, if Devin don't say nothing, if Devin don't say nothing and he shut the fuck up, Keywan lawyer can literally go in there and say he being framed. You cannot put him to the phone. He could literally say, I lost that phone. I lost that phone on November 9th. I'd be like, I lost that phone November 9th. I let such and such use that phone on November 9th. Or better yet, that nigga can have somebody take the stand and be like, I had the phone on November 10th. I had the phone on November 11th. I'm just saying, if all you going off is a phone, that's crazy, man. That's motherfucking crazy. If all we going off is a motherfucking phone. I don't like that. I don't like that. We need something more than that. They gonna have to get Devin to flip. They're gonna have to get Devin to flip, yo. They're gonna have to get Devin to flip. That's this shit. Located at okay, these niggas said video was obtained of the suspect which matched the physical description of Keywan White. A witness provided additional information regarding suspect Keywan White that was verified as true. Y'all heard that? So they matching a video. Somebody provided a video, y'all. Y'all see that? A video was obtained. So Jossie neighbor, y'all, provided a video. Somebody provided a video, y'all. Pay attention. Somebody provided a video and gave a video to the police. In the video that they gave the police, fit the description of Keywan. But my nigga, the police didn't solve this case, my nigga. You anonymous tippers. You anonymous tippers solved this case for the police. The police didn't solve shit. They didn't do shit. They don't even have really a case, my nigga. If you niggas ain't calling in, giving these anonymous tips, they ain't even got no fucking case. Yo, who applied? Who gave the video? Who gave the video to the police? Who gave the video? That's why they wanted that video from the neighbor. That's why they kept saying, I need your neighbor video. See, Rainwater, this is why Rainwater kept saying Jossie was involved. Pay attention. This is why Rainwater kept saying Jossie was involved. Because Rainwater was trying to get that video that day. Remember, Rainwater and them went to the house. Number 7 went to the house. Number 7 knew she was involved. They all knew she was involved. That's why they went to the house and they wanted that video from that apartment. They wanted that apartment video because they knew that it was going to show something on it. But guess what? She didn't want to give them that video. She didn't want to give them that paperwork, y'all. She probably was telling her neighbor not to give Rainwater the video. She didn't want him to give the video though. Remember, Rain was trying to give the video. Yep, and she kept screaming, Rain, clear my name. Clear my name, Rain. Man, we ain't clearing your name. It's in paperwork. Your name is in paperwork. Your name say that you was involved. Your actions say that you was involved. Your name and your actions say you was involved. Everything about it say you was involved. We see it right here. We see it. Yeah, her name Vanessa. That's her name. Yup. Yup, it's the Vanessa lady. Yup. Yup, that's her name. Yes, the Vanessa lady. That was her name. She was the one to provide. She was the one who had the surveillance, who caught Kiwan on camera. Her camera footage caught Kiwan on camera that night. Yup. Her camera footage is the footage that caught Kiwan. He said, so ain't that crazy? I didn't reach out to the lady, Miss Vanessa, who stayed right there about her cousin. What a coincidence, shaking my head. Which would be the same Vanessa that 88 said she reached out to her or something like that on social media. Yep, yeah, that's the same Vanessa. Yeah, that's the same Vanessa. Yep, the lady name was Vanessa. So that's where they got the video surveillance, y'all. So video was obtained of the suspect, which matched the physical description of suspect Kiwan White. Physical description. Now, what y'all think that description is? He had on the same clothes that night, nigga. He never changed clothes. That's where he fucked up. He got the same clothes in that camera that he had on in the highway. That's where he fucked up, y'all. That's why they saying physical description. Pay attention. That's why they saying physical description. Because they're going off of his clothes, his shirt, his pants. in the camera, Vanessa's camera, he's going to have the same shit on that he had on the morning that he was on the highway killing Mo3. Same physical description. That's how they know it was him. Because remember, you can't go off of he say, she say. You can't, anybody could say, oh, he did it. You can't go off of that. You got to have physical evidence to put a. They don't care about Jossie. They using Jossie. Without Jossie, they have no case. You understand? Jossie is a state witness. They need Jossie. So even though Jossie was involved, everybody know that it's always somebody involved that get the deal. So it's always somebody who played the less part who get the deal. I'm telling you, they already know this shit. You think the police don't know that Jossie was part of the mission? Come on, man.